Up doing? There we go. What's going on? Welcome to the VA, aka the DMV. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? This is downtown, baby. In case you don't know what DMV stands for, it stands for DC, Maryland, Virginia. East Coast, baby. I done made it. Yes, Lord. I done made it. Your girl done made it. Safe and sound. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Safe and sound. Yeah, this is quite interesting. They have tolls over here. I've never seen anything like it. I was like, what is this? And why are there so many tolls? This is weird. I've never seen like an actual toll booth person in a toll that takes $1 to cross the bridge. Like that tripped me out. I was like, wow. But in case you missed it, your girl done packed her bags and left the south for the north. Now I ain't gonna lie, it was a very rocky start. Yesterday I flew in and I left, and when I left, it was like all hell break loose. I lost a lot of money. Was not fun. There was a Karen at the ticketing gate of Southwest Airlines decided to make my life a living hell, and Karen charged me $150 for a baggage fee. Uh, just a little lesson learned. If you have any bags that are over 50 pounds, okay, I'm gonna warn you, they will charge you $150. And my bag just happened to be 51 pounds, to be specific. 1 pound over, Karen wouldn't spare me and made me pay $150. But anywho, yeah, I was a little ticked off. Yesterday was a rough day getting here, but I made it. So after the $150, Karen got on me again, and she said, "Well, your lockbox is not secure from my 9 mil because I was transporting my firearm in my checked luggage." And she was like, "If I can stick my hand through it, it's not TSA approved. So you need a new lockbox before you can fly with this." I said, "What the hell?" I said, "Does TSA have any lockboxes in the back?" "No, you have to go get your own." I said, "Okay, bitch. Let's see what type of game we playing. Let's see what type of time we on." So anyway, after she made my life a living hell, I was playing wild goose chase games looking for a lockbox. And I spent about $50 on Uber back and forth. Went to Walmart, didn't see nothing. Went to Home Depot, found one for like $29.99. Then after I got the lockbox, by the time I got back to the airport, I missed my flight because Karen decided to be an a-hole and make my life a living hell at 6 o'clock in the morning. Why are you saying Godzilla? What's up with Godzilla? What does that mean? But yeah, I was really thoroughly ticked off. I had a rough start yesterday. Early in the morning, after I missed my flight, Karen, the same person who made me miss my flight, who gave me a living hell, was nice enough to rebook me for a later flight at 10:45. So I left Texas around 10:45 a.m. and I had a connection flight um, to Nashville, Tennessee. And by the time I got off that connection flight, um, I had 10 minutes to board. And I said, holy crap, I've never been to Nashville in my life, never flown to their airport. And yeah, it was a living hell. So I got the wheelchair man to hook me up to get me to the end of the terminal, to the gate, because the gate was super far. And the wheelchair man was so cool, man. He was running, he was hauling ass to make sure I got on that plane. He skipped the whole entire line, and then after that, we got to the terminal, made it on the plane, got my connection flight, and as soon as I arrived, I got to Virginia around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I had to check through baggage claim to make sure my first bag arrived because Karen Dodo ass decided to ship my first luggage with the first flight that I missed because of her. And luckily, baggage claim had my luggage, thank God. So then after that, damn, I hear EMS right behind me. This motherfucker, shit. Always somebody behind me. God dang. And that fool is flying too. Oh yeah, I'm definitely in the heart of downtown. I gotta get the hell out of here for real. I'm starting to see the bullshit. I definitely don't want to be here too long. But anywho, yeah, it was a nightmare. It was rough. I lost roughly $300 just from Ubers, baggage fees. It pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie, it really pissed me off. But by the time I landed in this lovely, beautiful airport, um, it was like heaven. I'm not gonna lie. That airport is beyond beautiful. Like it was probably like I don't know the size of California. It's so huge. It's an international airport, and I love the architecture here. They have so many beautiful buildings, very traditional, very old school, historic buildings, colonial stuff. You know what I mean? Um, Yeah, I really like it here. I'm in love with the pine trees. I'm in love with the atmosphere. The only thing I don't like here is the weather. Ooh, it's cold. The one thing about the East Coast, you better bundle up because that weather ain't no joke. That weather ain't no joke. Um, it was 25 degrees this morning when I left to go start training for my new job. That's why I'm out here. In case you missed it, your girl started a new journey, got a new job with the postman, and started a new hire training. So I'm excited, very, very excited. Um, what else? Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? Besides that, that was pretty much it. I mean, it was nice. You know what I mean? It was really nice. But I really love the atmosphere here. Now the people, they're somewhat friendly. I guess it depends where you go. I haven't encountered any bad eggs, but I've seen a lot of ghetto bops walking around with bonnets. There's like a bonnet epidemic over here, unfortunately, but I think that's nationwide in America in general. There's a whole bonnet gang. So yeah, you'll see a lot of that around here. That's like the only thing I didn't like. But other than that, I mean that was pretty much it. I don't know where you going, son, but you going the wrong way. That's a one way. She don't realize that's a one way. Where is she going? She's not bright. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the people here can't drive. That's another thing I've noticed. They don't know how to read do not enter signs and one way signs, especially downtown. Clearly, if there's a big red sign that says do not enter, you shouldn't enter it. But I love the historical culture. I'm passing by the museums downtown. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And there's like a lot of like historic stuff here. Like I don't know how to explain it. Is this a one way here? No, I think I can go this way. Yeah, I can go this way. I had to like be careful and think because I was like, I see the cars parallel parked. It just threw me off. But anywho, okay, hold on about that. My GPS was going bananas just now, but I'm rolling around downtown VA. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm approximately about an hour from DC. I think I'm about an hour from Maryland, and I think I'm like maybe I don't know an hour, 2 hours from West Virginia, and it's actually pretty close. I didn't realize how close Virginia was to like other states. I'm only 2 hours from North Carolina, and I think I'm about maybe 2 hours from Kentucky and like Tennessee. But yeah, the flights were quick. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to leave Texas to get a connection to Tennessee, and then another hour and 10 minutes from Tennessee to Virginia. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I'm not gonna lie, it was not bad. But I really like it. I'm loving the atmosphere. Now their downtown is like womp womp. I don't know how to explain it. This kind of looks silly, but y'all gonna laugh. But I got I kind of got low key nervous because outside of the downtown area, it's kind of hard to explain, but there are a lot of rural areas outside the city, and there's like pine trees, wilderness, look like Paul Bunyan type shit. And I seen a lot of people with like lumberjacks and overalls on and like plaid T-shirts, and I was like, what is this? I don't know what the hell is outside this city, but it's real country outside of this city. Um, One thing I do enjoy seeing that's a culture shock to me. Like I've been in black cities before, but nobody warned me that DMV is black black, like blackly black. And it's not a bad thing. Like it's like super black excellence on one side of town, and then the other side of town is like super ghetto black. Like you got Air Forces on, and you hood, and you look like you about to rob somebody. That's here on the other side of town, on the other side. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it here. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops, I took the wrong exit. Oh well, I took the wrong exit. I'm just riding around in circles, just showing y'all views of the city. But in case you're wondering where I am now, I wasn't gonna say nothing. But since the cat's out the bag, and I let y'all know that I'm on the East Coast now, I'll let you know the city just one time, and I'm not gonna say it no more, cause I don't need nobody trying to follow me and find me or stalk me. I ain't got time for it. So the city that I've relocated to is Richmond. It's pretty close to everything. It's like Central Virginia, and it's really nice. It's like a small college town. It's the capital of the state, and I would probably say, judging from the highways and judging from the masses of people that I've been passing all day, it's about probably 1 or 2 million good people here. It's not that big compared to the last city I was in Dallas. Dallas is about 3 or 4 million people. That's a huge metroplex. But I don't think they don't even have that much. I want to say somebody told me there's about maybe 2 to 300,000 people here. I don't know, but it's a small city. It's very college-like. There are lots of colleges here. I want to say somebody told me there's a HBCU here as well. I'm not sure, but they have a lot of beautiful medical centers here. That's one thing I will say. The last time I checked, I think they only have one VA medical center. I could be wrong, but I think there's at least two of them here. But I love my new neighborhood. I just canvassed my new neighborhood that I'm about to move into in the next 3 weeks, and it is like paradise. I'm not even joking. Like it's quiet, it's peaceful. I seen people walking their little dogs, their little poodles and chihuahuas, and all kinds of little, like French bulldogs dressed up. Like people really love their pets out here. That's one thing I like about this state. People love their pets. It's very pet friendly in most of the state. The only thing I'm not used to are the roads. The roads are funny. They're weird here. Like I thought something was wrong with my tire when I started flying down the highway last night because I kept hearing this vroom 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 noise, and I was just like, I hope the trucker man didn't mess up my car when he shipped it. But my homeboy Smitty, shout out to Smitty if you're watching this. Smitty was such a godsend. He checked out my tires. We checked it out on the road, did a test drive, and figured it out. There's a lug nut missing from one of my back tires. I don't know how that happened, but there's nothing wrong with my car because I literally did like a million repairs before I left Texas. So that's how I know nothing is wrong with this car. But the roads are weird. The roads are yeah, they're weird here. I don't know how to explain the roads. The roads are like you got left exits, you got right exits. It kind of reminds me of Texas a little bit. What made you move to Virginia? What made me move to Virginia? I'll be honest. I got tired of Texas. I got tired of the bullshit jobs. I got tired of the layoffs. And I honestly wanted something different. I wanted a new change. And I just said, fuck it. I'm moving to the East Coast. I'm going to go somewhere I've never been before. I've never been here a day in my life, ever. Never lived here. And luckily, I have two really good friends who are literally like brother and sister to me because I've known them for years. They lived out here, thank God. So those are like the only people I know. I have no family here. All my family's in Texas. And fun fact, none of them know that I left. Only you guys know because they don't watch my YouTube. Nobody cares about my YouTube back home. But anywho, yeah, I thought I'd just move it in silence. I prayed about it. I was very unhappy when I was in Texas. I had just lost my job working for a hospital that just did a massive layoff right before the holidays. And I looked everywhere for a job. Like, I'm not even joking. I even applied to Walmart, CVS, Dollar General, Waffle House. They all said no. And I'm just like, what's the issue here? Why are y'all rejecting me? I got 2 degrees. Is it because I'm too educated and I'm not dumb enough for the dollar store job? Like, what's the issue? So then I did what my homeboy told me. He said, hey, Just start putting in some applications on the DMV area because they pick up people fast. And he wasn't lying. The minute I started applying to Virginia, I had 6 job interviews in a week. 6. And they were all good jobs. One was for the college, one was for the hospital, one of them was a government contract close to DC. Like, these jobs, I'm not even gonna lie, they pay well. That's what made me move out here. The money motivated me. I'm talking about jobs that pay 70 to like 90,000 a year, close to 100,000. And you could be on a government job, you could be on a contract, you could be on the base, and you could be making all the dollars in the world right over here. And people don't even know it. That's how my homeboy put me on. That's why I moved here. Considered the DMV, right? Yes, crazy. Yeah, correct. This is considered the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. This is proper DMV, is what they call it. They call it proper DMV. But I really love it here. What I really like about this atmosphere is the pine trees, the culture, the black excellence. Like when I say everybody in charge is black in high positions, that is so inspiring. Y'all have no idea how that feels. Coming from a backwoods town in Texas of 5,000 people in hillbilly land outside of Houston, I've never seen anything like it. Now, don't get me wrong. Houston has black excellence. Dallas has black excellence, but they are very stuck up. They're very bougie. They're gatekeepers, and they don't tell you how to get in. They don't tell you how to progress. So it's like, unless you know somebody who knows somebody in that area, you're not going to get the job. And unless you're a soror or a frat brother, you're not going to get the job. That's how gated they are. That's how backwards the South is. It's like literally you got to be married to an uncle or cousin or a relative of some sort to get the really good government jobs. It's sad. They don't care how much education you have. Like, it's awful. Hey, Anisha, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, as you can see, I am in the VA, a.k.a. Virginia, a.k.a. East Coast, DMV, traveling through downtown. I think I just left outside of downtown. I don't know where the hell I'm going now. But I'm about to get off this highway and get back into the city limits because I'm getting really far into the wilderness. But, yeah, when I applied here, I had 6 job interviews. And this is all back in like November, December time frame when I started applying. And by the grace of God, I got hired by the post office up here. It only took them 2 days. And I said, why are they hiring me so fast? I thought it was a scam. I said, is this a scam? Is this a real job offer? Because, you know, there's scams out there to be posing like government jobs. You got to be careful. They're like, no, Miss Brown, this is very real. This is a real job offer. Please accept or decline in the next 3 days so we can get your onboarding complete. I said, damn. So when I did my onboarding, I did my background check the same day I got the offer letter. I did my fingerprints a few days later. They actually called me for my fingerprints. They were rushing all my stuff. They were desperate. They was like, Miss Brown, did you do your fingerprints yet? I said, no. They said on the email I have to wait for the results to come back from the background. And I have to wait for some kind of QR code to scan to get my onboarding complete. She said, who told you that? I said, the people here in Texas. She said, no, they gave you the wrong information. We already passed all your stuff over. You good. She said, hurry up and go down there and get your fingerprints done. I said, well, where do I go? She was like, well, what's your zip code? What's your email? And I don't know who she talked to all the way over here in Texas. But that district manager I talked to in Virginia, she got in somebody's ass real hard. And that district manager in Dallas emailed me in 30 seconds with the whole spreadsheet of all the district offices to go do my fingerprints in Texas. That shit was funny as hell. I said, damn, I have never seen a government job work so fast just to get somebody onboarded and hired for a job. I've never seen anything like it. I said, that's what I'm talking about. The East Coast don't mess around. They don't mess around with the jobs here. You know what I'm saying? What's that? What you saying? What you saying? Hold on. I'm driving. I'm trying to concentrate. Wow, I've been in Texas my whole life, and your experience, what you're talking about, I hate to hear that. Yeah, Nisha, it's real. It's real, and it takes months. You're right about that shit, too. Texas be on that bullshit. It's the South. The South be behind. They sit on your shit for no reason for months. And then they'll call you 10 months later and say, you still want the job? You still interested? Hell no, it's too late. And that's exactly what happened. So, like, after I did my prints, after I did my background check, I didn't hear nothing for the rest of December. So I'm sitting at home twiddling my thumbs, doing an Uber and Lyft and my little side hustles, just waiting on the answer because they do take a while. It just depends on how fast the agencies work. Then here go New Year's Eve. I'm hopping on a plane to Houston to go to a comedy show, and I get a strange phone call from a Virginia number. And I was like, hello? They was like, hi, is this Miss Brown? Yeah. Hi, this is HR for USPS. How you doing? I said, I'm good. What's going on? Something going on? What did I do? Oh, you didn't do nothing wrong. We were just calling to let you know your training start on the 25th. I said, 25th of what? Of January. I said, man, that's 3 weeks away. I said, my apartment ain't even ready yet till February. I got 3 weeks to pack up my whole life and relocate. Uh-huh. I said, can y'all at least delay this another 2 weeks until I get moved and settled in my place? No, unfortunately, this is the last training class for the first of the 2025. I said, well, shit, I ain't got no choice but to move my ass across the country now. She's like, yep. I said, okay, 25th it is. So I packed up my whole entire apartment. Took me about a week to pack everything up, and it was rough. Oh, I was stressed out. I was stressing. Scheduled my movers to get my car because I shipped my car up here, and it wasn't bad. They was actually pretty reasonable. They only charged me like $700. It's like $745 to ship it. And after I shipped my car, I scheduled the household movers to come get my stuff in February. I told them to wait until I actually get the keys to my apartment. That's why. Because there's no point of them coming now. It's too early right now. And I made it work. I was Ubering, busting my ass on Lyft, 10, 12 hours a day, getting Airbnb money, hotel money, and scheduling future hotel stays is basically what I did. And I made it work. By the grace of God, I made it work. Like when I say God works in your favor, when you move in silence and you keep your mouth shut and you don't tell the wrong somebody about your future plans, he will work. Like, baby, when I say, whoo, silence is key. I'm dead ass. Silence is key. I'm not even joking. Like, I hate to be that type of person, but sometimes you can't just tell everybody and anybody about your plans. You can't tell them about your goals, your hopes, your dreams, because people will just literally sit there and rain on your parade and, spew hatred and opinions and stuff. And I didn't want to hear none of that because I know how my people are. But thank you, Anisha. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I really do. But yeah, like I was just so happy, y'all. Like y'all have no idea. I feel so inspired. I feel super happy. Like I feel good about this. You know what I mean? And the same day, this is how I know God was working in my favor. The same day I got that call from HR to get training scheduled on the 25th. That same day, I also got an email from the new apartment that I applied to saying, congratulations, you've been approved. You just need to pay your little $400 deposit and get your little guarantor stuff, and you're good to go. And I swear, everything just happened so fast. It's just crazy. It was so crazy. Like, y'all have no idea of how bad I struggled, how much I cried, just praying for another job. And God answered it. God really answered it. He answered it. Now let me tell y'all about the apartment part. Ooh, they don't play over here. Well, if you're looking for a place in the DMV, you better brace yourself. You better make sure you got some money. Because, baby, in certain parts of the DMV, it's very expensive. Now, where I'm at in Central Virginia, Richmond, it's a little bit more affordable here. It's not as bad. The apartments on minimum, I would say you're talking about like $1,200, $1,300, right? And it's pretty reasonable, and they're nice neighborhoods. There's a big college town. You know what I mean? It's a college district. But let me tell you about that application process, because baby, they do not play about that background check, honey. When I say they do not play, they are worse than Texas on the screening process. Because see, Texas, they don't give a damn. You can have a green card. You can have a state ID. Hell, you can have just any type of student ID just to say that you're a resident here in the States, and they will give you an apartment. And half of them don't even do a deep background check. They just do a basic check screening, just screening your credit. They screen to see if you got any felonies, and that's it. And then they'll just approve you and tell you pay your little $100, $200 application fee and your little deposit, and then boom, they give you a place. Not Virginia. Oh no, not the DMV. No, man, they told me for that apartment I got approved for, and it's nice too. They said it's a $50 application fee. Then they said it's $400 administration fee just to process the application. And none of that money, by the way, went towards my deposit. None of it. It was terrible. And then after that, the identification process, oh God, that was even deeper. They said, all right, we just need you to upload a copy of a government issued ID, like a driver's license, passport, whatever. And I said, okay, that part's easy. Then after that, the screen changed and it did like a 3D biometric like scan of my face. Like you know how the iPhones do like the 3D biometric scans, like to open up your phone, to unlock your phone. It was just like that. I said, damn, Virginia, y'all don't play. I said, y'all are not playing with this at all. I said, what is going on over here? And so after all of that, it said green, check mark, you're approved, you've been verified in the system. Then the background check was even deeper. Yes, I know, it was a hot mess. I know, it was a hot mess. The background check was so deep. These fools did a 10-year FBI background check on me. I said, God damn. They want to make sure they ain't getting no hoodlums up in there. They said, we're going to make sure we weed out the bad people for real. Like, they are not playing with these apartments out here. If it's a really nice upscale neighborhood like the one that I found close to downtown area, good luck. Look, you better not have no felonies. You better not even have a misdemeanor. They don't play over here. Like, they don't just take anybody and everybody, and you better hope that you got citizenship because they're not going to take you. But yeah, when I say like they do not play, y'all. I'm parking at a gas station called Wawa. I've heard of Wawa before, but we don't have them in Texas. I'm gonna turn the camera around so y'all can see me. So yeah, it's crazy out here. Like I was just like floored to know that they are just so hardcore on the application process here and the screening check. After all of that, that's when I got approved. Oh, and by the way, the guarantor thing, they said the guarantor that I needed to make 5 times the rent just to be approved with my $400 deposit. And they said if you don't have a guarantor that makes 5 times the rent, you can go through our third party agency just to get approved. And I did that. And that's when I did a whole 1 month's rent for $1,300. Then I signed my lease New Year's Eve. I was so thankful. I said, all glory to God. I was so thankful. I hated to lose all that money. Oh, you thought 1,300 was bad? Oh no, 1,300 wasn't as bad as the breaking of the lease in Texas. Oh, don't break a lease in Texas. I'm gonna warn you right now. The lease that you break in Texas is 2 months rent, 1 times the rent. And my apartment was cheap. I was only paying like I want to say 1,200 a month for my 1 bedroom, and it was nearly 800 square feet. You get all the space in Texas. But yeah, don't break a lease. When I broke that lease, I damn near fell out. They told me 2,500 to break a lease. I said I wasn't even here that long. You mean to tell me I gotta pay $2,500 just to say I want to leave? They said yeah, or else it's an eviction on your record. I said oh hell no. So I said I'm just gonna go ahead, take the L, pay the 2,500, call it a day, and that's exactly what I did. So yeah, I lost close to 3 or 4 grand. It was not fun. It was not fun getting up here and paying all that damn money. But God is good. God is good. Yes, God is so good. And He's on time. He was right on time. When I say I was at my breaking point because I really didn't know what else to do, I was literally giving up on life. I really was. Like, not like suicidal or nothing like that. Nothing like that. But like I was just really giving up faith. I was giving up a lot of faith because I just didn't know what to do. Because I was just like, what do I do? Like what do you say to somebody that rejects you for dollar store jobs, Waffle House, Walmart, CVS, even college campus jobs, part-time jobs. I couldn't even find a bartender job down there, nor a server job. Like they be on that bullshit down there in Texas, and that's what pissed me off about the South. They all pissed me the fuck off. And after all of that, as soon as I got hired, here go the bullshit. Here go the jobs in Texas calling me 3 months later for a job. Hi, are you still interested in that Walmart job? No. You had 3 months, and then you wait 3 months later. They hit me up. I'm gone now. I don't need your job. I said, oh no, if you would have hit me up 3 months ago when I was unemployed, when I was actually looking for a job, yeah, I would have happily took it. But since y'all took y'all sweet time, wasting my time, I said, fuck you. And I left. Yes, that's what Texas does. They on that bullshit 3 months. It's wild as fuck. Right. And the only interviews I did have before I got this job in Texas, I had one job for, I think it was Bank of America or Wells Fargo. I can't remember. And it was a big job. It was like an executive assistant. I thought I had that job in the bag. White man wasting my time, looked at me on Zoom, asked me some silly questions, not even a real interview. Then he disappeared and ghosted me because that's what they do. Recruiters will just ghost you. They don't give a damn. If you don't hear back from them, you didn't get that job. That's what they do in Texas. They will ghost you with no reason, not say an email, nothing. Half the time you don't get a rejection email. That's what they do. They don't care. And so after that interview, the other interview I had, I think it was for a server job. It was at some upscale black owned restaurant, and I talked to the manager. She seemed cool. She was like hella butch. She had like a little buzz cut. And she told me to hit her up when I got back into town from Houston after New Year's Eve from the comedy show. So I did. And I said, hey, I'm back in town. Is that server gig still available? She never answered. She just blew me off. I said, okay, well, block. Fuck you too. Delete. But yeah, that's what they do back home. They don't give a damn. They don't care like how much education you have. They don't care what school you went to. They're not going to waste time with you. And like I said, unless you know somebody already down there or you already been in the system for some type of job you were looking for, good luck. Because some people, like some of my friends that moved to Texas from like places like Chicago and LA and stuff, they told me it took them damn near a year to find jobs. A year, 1 year to find a job in Texas. Yes. My homegirl I grew up with back home, her and her husband are from Chicago. They moved to Houston. It took them 1 year to find jobs. She's a teacher. He's a mechanical engineer. They got very good jobs, and it still took them a year to find a job. That's a prime example of how sorry the South is. I hate to say it, but the South sucks ass. They don't care about recruitment. They really don't. They will just waste your time. And if they do interview you, half the time you're not going to get selected because they're just checking off a check mark saying, well, we interviewed somebody of color and we're not racist, but we didn't select them because we found somebody more suitable for the job. That's what they do. I know this game because I've done HR for over 15 years. I used to do recruitment. They don't give a damn. They don't care about diversity and inclusion. I hate to say it, but it's true. Yeah, it doesn't make no type of sense, right? Exactly. Like, why waste somebody's time? And you're not gonna hire them anyway. Don't waste my time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was ticked off, and I was just mad at the fact how I worked so hard on that last job at the hospital. They wouldn't give me the time of day to even like help me out with nothing. Like all they did at that hospital was they cut me a check. It was a severance check. It was like 2 weeks' pay, wasn't shit, and that was it. And eliminated my job, and I couldn't find nothing. And as many government jobs as I've worked, I'm talking like big jobs, IRS, VA, hospital, you name it. I've pretty much been all over. I couldn't find not one damn government job in Texas. Well, not one. And I'm a veteran too. I'm a military vet. And it's just like, as a military vet who is disabled, why are y'all making my life a living hell to find a job? And then I applied for the POFO jobs, the blue collar jobs like warehouse. I applied for Amazon. Nothing. They all said no. And like I said, all glory to God, hallelujah. for the East Coast, because if it wasn't for the East Coast, I would have been still stuck in Texas, looking stupid in my apartment, mad at life, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong with myself, and trying to figure out an escape plan to get the hell out of there. It's sad. It was meant for you to move. Exactly. Thank you. You got that right, because I said, that's my sign. I said, that's my sign from God telling me it's time to move. The minute I got them 6 government job interviews, that was my sign to move. That was a sign from God saying it's time for you to get up and move. And I did it. I did it without hesitation. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie. It was very stressful. It was very scary, just panicking, getting money together, getting hotel money for Airbnb, just hustling back and forth, just working all wee hours of the night. I felt like a truck driver doing Uber and Lyft, just reserving different Airbnb stays, just to make sure my little 3 weeks of stay was covered. But you're right, it sure was meant for me to move. Oh, it was meant, because when I say they got some of the best government contract jobs out here, they do. The DMV is where it's at. I hate to say it, but if you get closer to like Fairfax, Virginia, or like Maryland, like Bethesda, Maryland area, or even Fredericksburg, where my homeboy's at, they pay like top dollar. I'm talking 95,000 to 150K for government jobs. Yes, and half of them you don't even really need a degree. You just need the experience. That's the best part. And then the majority of that are contract, they require you to have like a government clearance, like a secret clearance or a top secret clearance. Top secret clearance is where it's at. I'm gonna be honest. Like if you're an Intel person, cybersecurity, IT, that's where the money's at. That's the bread and butter. Because my homeboy right now, he's making about, I think, 120, 130 easily. Yeah, that's bread and butter. Oh yeah, it's literally the cream of the crop. Now I will warn you, if you move closer to DC, Northern Virginia is not cheap. Maryland is not cheap. Like if you can move anywhere closer to DC, you looking at probably a good 2 to 3 thousand for a 1 bedroom apartment. It's like California. It's just like California and New York. Now, if you go where I'm at and you go a little bit central Virginia or you go anywhere like southern Virginia where like the smaller college areas are, you're good. It's affordable. You can get a house here probably I'd say about 250 to like 300,000 median range. You could get a house. It's affordable here. It's just like Texas. But if you go north and you get closer to DC, yeah, you're talking about 800,000 to the millions for a house. Don't even bother. This is no point. You might as well go ahead, get your hotel, and call it a day, like my homeboy doing. Because me and him, we both doing the hotel game. He's staying out of a hotel. Because I don't blame him. Why pay that high ass rent when you can just stay in an extended stay, and call it a day? But yeah, like you just have to really do your research because that's what I did before I moved here. I did a lot of research and I looked at cost of living and I compared different cities to Texas. And I noticed like the further central you go or the further south you go, like towards Virginia Beach, it's cheaper. Like even Virginia Beach is nice. That's cheap too. It depends what side of town you're on though. Now I will also warn you the sides of towns you don't want to go to if you ever come to the VA. You don't want to go to Norfolk. You damn sure don't want to go to Newport News, and you don't want to go to Portsmouth. Them 3 cities is like Baltimore. Do not go over there. I'm warning you right now. I've never been, but my homegirl that lives out here, she's been in Virginia her whole life, so she know. She said those are the areas you do not want to go to. You will get robbed on sight the minute you get in that damn town. Like this hood. Like I thought it was hood over here. It's like some parts of the city is gentrified. Some parts of the city is just really old and project neighborhoods. That's all it is here. Like this kind of reminds me a little bit of Austin, but more blacker. There's more black people here than anything. It's kind of like another Atlanta. It reminds me of Atlanta, but way smaller. And you just have to be mindful of the area. You just have to look around, keep your head on your swivel. You'll be all right, and just keep a little heat on you. Keep your little heater on you. You'll be all right. Cause see, I stay packing. Cause I'm from Texas. We all pack in Texas. I never leave without it. But And I mean, this is common sense. Like I said, if you see something that don't look right, or you see like the area looks shady or sketchy, yeah, get up out of there quick. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I knew I was deep in the hood earlier when I got out of training. I stopped at the dollar store. I went to Family Dollar to grab a few little things, grab me some toilet paper and stuff, some toiletries. And the first thing I saw when I walked into Family Dollar, y'all gonna laugh y'all's ass off. I saw the hood drinks. And what are the hood drinks? MD 2020 Port Taylor Port. And they had the 5.99 quart, the fifths. They had the fifths for 5.99. You get them over here at Family Dollar. I said, yeah, I ain't never in my life, ever, as many dollar stores as I went into seeing MD 2020 or Taylor Port in fifths in the dollar stores. You never see that type of stuff. Normally, if the dollar stores sell alcohol, it'll be like wine or it'll be like beer, but nothing like that. They got the hood drinks. Oh, they got the hood drinks. Even the gas stations out here. Oh, don't get me started on the gas station. There's a very popular gas station out here called Sheetz. Sheetz, that is one of the nicest gas stations. I stopped at earlier for gas. My homegirl, she told me she always goes in there, to get snacks. I say, why are you eating from a gas station? I said, that's nasty. You know that shit ain't clean. Baby, it's just like Buc-ee's, but smaller. Buc-ee's is a very popular gas station. It's like a travel center, kind of similar to like the Pilot J and Love's. If you're a trucker, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that was a very nice gas station I stopped at. It was like partially a grocery store, and then the other side was like a restaurant. They actually have a restaurant where they make the food fresh on the grill in front of you. I'm talking hot sandwiches, soups, potatoes, you name it. You can find anything you want. Hot wings, they got it in sheets. I said, "Damn, this is nice." But baby, I found the holy mackerel of them all when I saw this big old fancy grocery store called Publix. Now I've heard of Publix before, but in Texas we don't really have that many locations of Publix. They're very rare to find. But baby, the Publix over here, child upscale. You got that right. They are upscale. They are wealthy, wealthy over here. Oh, it's nice. I said, damn, Publix is nicer than Kroger. I thought Kroger was decent. They have Kroger too over here and Target, of course. But I don't really shop over there. But baby, when my homeboy recommended me go check out Publix, I was like, damn, this is nice. This is just like Tom Thumb back home. We got a grocery store called Tom Thumb that's very popular in certain parts of like North Texas. You only see them in like Dallas area. And then we also have another grocery chain called Market Street. It's very nice. It's kind of similar to like Aldi's. It's like another Aldi's kind of, and similar to like Whole Foods, very fresh, foods and stuff. But baby, that Publix was hitting when I checked out the deli. Man, you know how y'all can get like wings and like finger foods and stuff from like the deli. They had Nene's food at the deli. What's Nene's food? Collard greens, sweet potatoes, cornbread, everything you could think of. Peach cobbler, blackberry cobbler. I said, God damn, where am I? What kind of grocery store is this? And of all the stores I've been to, I've never seen a deli with so much soul food in my life until I walked into Publix today. I was like, yeah, I've never been to a Publix either until today. I see why people go to Publix. I said, this explains why the Negroes go to Publix. This makes a lot of sense now. Because my homegirl, she'd always talk about, yeah, go to Publix. Publix got some good food. I said, we ain't got Publix back home like that. I don't even know where the nearest location is, to be honest. Soul food, yes. Soul food. I'm talking about down home Nene cooking, grandma food. Everything you could think of. Cornbread muffins, catfish baskets, chicken tenders. They even had salmon croquettes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, collard greens. Oh yeah, every cobbler you could think of was right there in that deli. Every sweet potato, every potato salad from the wazoo. Like the deli was from like this side of the parking lot to the other side of the parking lot, full of soul food. Yeah, Yeah, that's what I said. And the soups. Oh, don't get me started on the soups. Y'all gonna fall and flip the fuck out when I tell you what kind of soups I saw. I saw chicken chili stew. I saw some kind of like mushroom soup. I don't know what that shit was. But baby, when I say they got gumbo, they got Louisiana gumbo. Oh, they got some gumbo. I didn't try the gumbo, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty spicy because I don't like a lot of spice like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they got gumbo. They got all kinds of stuff. Fried okra. Everything black was in Publix. I understand it now. I get it. Like that is like the epitome of blackness. Like I've never seen anything like it. Like as many places as I went to, not even Walmart got shit like that. You go to Walmart, you get some dusty ass buffalo wings and some French fries and maybe a corn dog or something and maybe some tilapia or some salmon like HEB grocery store. We got a very popular Texas grocery store chain called HEB and HEB don't even have that. That's white folks. Look, that's the white folks grocery stores, okay? They got shit like Whole Food stuff and natural grocers. I don't eat that shit. But now I'm gonna be looking forward to all Virginia content. Girl, yes, me too, me too. Cause like I'm hyped, like I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea how exciting this is. This is a whole new culture. This is a huge lifestyle change. Like just looking at all the black excellence, like even at my job when I went to training, I shit y'all not, like I'm not even kidding. Every person that was a district manager or some type of site manager or site supervisor, black, all of them, everybody. And I saw one white man, and you know who that one white man was that came into class? Our union rep. He was the only white dude in that whole building. I said, damn, it would be a white man for a union rep. But yeah, everybody legit black. All of them African American, like Ludacris said. Remember that old school song Ludacris had? What was that song he had? Southern Hospitality, African American. The way he said it, like that's how I felt. Like it was a culture shock. Like y'all have no idea how motivating that was to see black folks in charge of everything, literally. Like I looked at the wall, right? I counted about one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 district managers in different duty stations, black, all of them in charge, running the whole post office, running the whole thing. I counted at least 8 or 9 of them on the wall. I know I did. Like y'all have no idea how good that feels. That feels so good to know like I actually have a chance to really like make a name for myself here and actually grow and actually get promoted. Cause even the black ladies that did our training, child, when I say they was motivating me, like they told me they started from the bottom. They did like entry level jobs. One of them said she'd been with them for about 5 or 6 years. She started as a I think a mail handler, which is like the warehouse side of the post office, and then she moved up to like a service distribution clerk, the people that do like the cashier stuff with the customers and the packages, and then from there she turned into a site supervisor, and then she turned into a training coordinator, like to coordinate like all the onboarding and all the new people. And child, she getting that money. She getting that bacon. She said you can move up in the post office. She said we don't have no type of walls, no barriers here. She said if you want to be a site supervisor, you want to be a district manager, you want to be a postmaster, you could do anything here. She said in the DMV, this is where it's at. She said I'm not even gonna lie to you, this is where it's at. I love that too. She even gave us the scoop on the upcoming conference. She said that every year they have a massive conference for all the employees, and she said it's going to be in May. It's like a career conference where all the big wigs come together from like Washington D.C. and like Maryland and like Virginia, and they come out to greet everybody, to introduce themselves, and they talk about their careers. And she said, you definitely want to mark your calendars and go to that conference because that's how you get the promotion. I said, really? She said, yeah, you got to rub elbows. She said, all you got to do is rub some elbows, get some contact numbers, get some cards, boom, got that promotion. I said, well, I'll be, and out of all my times, I used to work for the post office a long time ago as a seasonal though. I was a warehouse worker. I've never seen any type of like leadership. There were like mentors that actually told us how to get promoted. Because she even said it. She said, now when you get to your duty stations, your site supervisors are going to act like you can't move up and this is all you can do, and it's going to take you 2 to 3 or 4 or 5 years to move up and be a manager. She said it's not true. She said all you got to do is mingle with the right folks, go to these conferences, rub some elbows, and boom, get promoted. I said, well, I'll be damned. It is a dream come true. I believe it is a dream come true. You're right about that. Because when I say their stories really inspired me, it really inspired me. The other black lady that was there, and the funny thing is both their names was Brandy. They had the same name. I thought that was cute. But the other lady said she'd been with the post office for about 18 years. I said that is a long time, and she looked really young in the face. She's pretty. She's very pretty, and she said that she did all types of positions. She said, right, thank God for giving me the game. Right, thank God for them giving us the game. Like they really gave us the scoop on how to really move up. Like they said you can move up in as little as 90 days to like 6 months to a year. You'll be a district manager in no time, in like 2 years or less. I said, damn, that's crazy. And here I was thinking I got to work like a Hebrew slave for like at least 3 to 5 years to be like a little manager or whatever, or be like a little supervisor and move up and do something else. She said, to be honest, you ain't even got to be a supervisor to get the bread. You could just be like a logistics coordinator, or you could be like a dispatch person, and you could still just get as much bread as a manager. Hell, half of them are making more than certain managers. I said, damn. When she told me that, I was floored. My jaw dropped because I didn't know it was like this until they told us. And I was very, very inspired. So the lady that had the 18 years, right, she said, lock my doors because I don't know who this is next to me. They're looking at me like I was like crazy. So the lady with the 18-year tenure, she basically said she started her career, I believe, in Maryland. I think she's originally from Virginia. And she said she was a clerk. I think she started off as a cashier, like doing the window stuff. Then she said when she went from clerk stuff, she moved into logistics. I think she actually did the trucking. I'm not too sure, but she said she worked in logistics for a few years. Then she moved to another station where she became a site supervisor. Then she moved to another station where she became the postmaster. When you become a postmaster, you running the whole entire operation. You making anywhere from like, I want to say like 70,000 to $100,000 a year. You make a lot of money. So then, she also said that she also worked as a not a transport person, but she worked as something else. I can't remember what she said she worked as. I want to say she said something in regards to like not logistics. I can't remember what she said. She said something to do with transport, like the trucking side. I can't remember. But anyway, baby, she had about 9 or 10 positions across the post office, and she made a name for herself. And for her to be there for that long and to move around and get a lot of those high up management positions, I want to say she was a district manager at one point too. Yeah, like she made a name for herself. And when she said that, I said, "Wow, I think I'm in the right place." I said, "I think I'm in the right place." I said, "This is where it's at." I said, she said, "All you got to do is just hang on." She said, "It will be tough. It's not easy. I will warn y'all." She said, "It is a little tough because you got to do, with a lot of stress and a lot of BS and back-breaking work with the mail and stuff and, getting your routes and stuff and delivered." But she said it's all well worth it. You get the best of the top benefits in the line, and like you get the top of the top because you got to remember this is a federal job. You get federal benefits. Federal and state are two different things. State benefits, you get like maybe 100% medical, a discount on dental. You probably get like 50% dental, maybe a little bit of vision, maybe a little bit of 401k, dollar for dollar, like say 3% match. Now federal, everything is covered, literally everything. Like she said, 75%. of your medical, your dental, and your vision is covered by the federal government. And then on top of that, you might pay like maybe 10% or 15% out of pocket. That's it. Yeah, federal is where it's at. I be trying to put people on. I said, if I would have known how good these benefits were, I would have kept my black ass at the post office in Texas. But what happened with me, since I was a seasonal, they made my living. When they made my life a living hell or whatever, I couldn't get back in. Because see, what happens with seasonal workers, they will cut you off and lay you off after the holidays are over. And unless you've got some really strong evaluations or whatever you call it, then you're not going to make it. Hold on one second. I got somebody bothering me. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. My homegirl kept bugging me. She's like, I called you. Why didn't you answer the phone? I was like, hold on. I'm on live. I'm talking right now. I'm preaching. But anyway, yeah, 70%.